Do you have one right off the bat?
Yes. Let's talk about animal traditions.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of animals involved in sports, college athletics.
Real quick, give me your top. We have to bestie for the resty Tusk, okay? Because we're gonna obviously put our team. So I think we're just gonna have to take our team out of it completely for most of today. But outside of Tusk, give me your top 3 live action animal mascots.
Florida State Seminoles, spear into the ground.
Well, is that an animal? Like they ride an animal out, but okay.
Just like you got the USC Trojan. They're using live animals for
so
this.
You're just leaning horses, is what you're doing.
No, I'm not. I'm not putting the Trojan. I'm putting the Seminole Warrior at Florida State. I think that's one of the coolest things. You've got Bevo.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
You have the Sooner Schooner.
Uga.
Okay,
Georgia.
See, I don't really understand dogs as mascots.
What about horse? I mean, dogs and horses are literally the same thing. They're the same.
Really? What? Horses are so much cooler than dogs.
Horses are just big dogs.
Everybody has a dog.
A lot of people have horses.
And not near as many. There's like 80% of the population of the United States has a dog. 17% of the population in the United States owns a horse.
Are you making up these stats?
100%. But it sounded good at that moment, didn't it?
It did kind of sound accurate.
People are fascinated by horses.
Notice there's no house cat. You don't see any house cat mascots. Just Fluffy is over there just in the corner in the shade,
proving that dogs are cooler than cats.
That's absolutely true.
Colorado, they've got the bison, the buffalo.
That has to be for me outside of Tusk. I think that's number 1 for me.
That one is awesome.
Yeah, you've got Ralphie for the University of Colorado. They run that thing out there, and it's really neat to see.
Auburn has a bird.
Okay, Auburn and Ole Miss both have identity crisis when it comes to their mascots.
What does War Eagle and the Auburn Tigers run a tiger out onto the field? That would be awesome.
Have a freaking tiger.
That would be so cool to have a tiger, but you have an eagle that flies in.
It makes no sense. It's almost like, what are we going to call ourselves? Let's do tigers. Awesome. They're ferocious. They're fearsome. What should we do in the game? Throw an eagle out there. I don't get it.
Ole Miss, they don't even have a real bear.
Okay. Can we? Is this the time? Is this the time to really do this? Do we want to do it now? We want to save them for the worst things.
Let's save them.
Okay.
Let's save them.
Get ready. If you're from Ole Miss, just fast forward ahead and get ready for the worst things later on because we're coming after you.
The University of Washington, they have a husky dog.
I got another dog. Texas A&M has a dog. They have the golden retriever that comes out.
Wofford College has a Boston Terrier. What else? Colorado State, they've got a ram.
Do they have an actual? Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's kind of neat.
I mean, it's unique to their state. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's been some memes and stuff going around in the if you're a fan of college football, you've probably seen it, especially if you're a fan of SEC, which stands for Southeastern Conference for those that don't know. And it shows like this picture of the old school mascots and how in the SEC, LSU, Auburn, and Missouri all had the exact same mascot,
just different color
at one point.
Yep.
The same little tiger with the little sailor hat on.
Just totally not unique.
Yeah.
Not special.
It's not. And it's frustrating. So I'm always a big fan of universities that have unique mascots, where it's not just a tiger or a bulldog, or even a wildcat. Wildcats tend to get used a lot, especially in high school, but in college too.
Yep.
So be unique with your names.
Like the University of South Carolina, they've got a rooster.
It's not a rooster, Aaron.
Will standards and practices, will they...
Hold on. I got to get ready here. Hold Hold on. This is actually an opportunity to get to use this. Say what it really is, Aaron.
It is a cock.
Gamecock.
A gamecock.
You can't just say that.
No, it's and their fans get into a frenzy over this chicken.
They renamed it. Did you know that?
Nope.
Yeah, apparently they had some kind of rights deal with the previous chicken that expired, or I guess the chicken died, or I should stop saying chicken, right? Rooster. And so there's a new family in charge of the rooster, and so now the new name is called the General. That's the name of the rooster that they have as their mascot now. I don't remember what the old one was.
The original Sir Big Spur.
Yeah.
His name was Cocky Doodle Lou, named after Lou Holtz.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's named the General.
I don't know. I find a rooster, and they their mascot. At least they're consistent with their live mascot to their mascot on the field. They have a big rooster that walks around on the field.
Yeah,
I find it kind of weird, but
it is.
Hey, they're consistent with those.
Yeah. There are lots of horses out there. There's lots of Florida State, like you mentioned, the Trojan from USC. Does the Mountaineer from West Virginia, does he come out on a horse, or is he just walking around?
I think he walks around like like sort of a Daniel Boone outfit, coonskin cap, the shotgun, or maybe a black powder rifle. I'm not sure.
North Carolina is another one of those that has a little bit of an identity crisis because they're the Tar Heels, but don't they use a ram a lot?
Yes.
And I want to say something maybe I'm just imagining that they actually have a live ram at some point too.
Tennessee has a blue tick coon dog as their mascot. One of the best things that I have seen when it comes to mascots in college football is when the Oklahoma Sooners Sooner Schooner rolled over a couple years. You remember that?
I do remember that.
It just crashed and burned in the middle of the field. It was so emblematic of what they do in the playoffs when they face an SEC team.
LSU has Mike the Tiger. Now, they have an actual tiger.
They have a real tiger?
They have a real tiger.
Do they really?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what Mike is. Fact check me on that.
Yeah,
I got some LSU fans that
Mike the Tiger.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a real tiger. Alabama should step up their game and have an elephant.
Statement here, press release. Mike the Tiger has received his COVID-19 vaccination. So should be good there.
Good to go. You're not
Way to go, LSU.
COVID from the tiger. Florida does not have a live gator.
See, I feel like that's a missed opportunity.
There are plenty of them down there. You should have one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go through the SEC.
Hang on. Here's another one. Identity crisis. The Alabama Crimson Tide,
right,
with their elephant.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know either.
I'm sure there's a story. Bear Bryant has something to do with it.
If the elephant is your deal, get a live elephant to be on the field.
Yeah. So mascots, of course, are a big deal. And we did a whole episode, by the way.
There's some weird ones.
A few years ago. We actually reran it earlier this summer about weird college mascots. So if this kind of conversation tickles your fancy, first off, calm down. Secondly, go listen to that episode on weird mascots. But if you listen to it, listen to the rerun we did because sponsorships and money.
Yeah, listen to the new one.
Don't go all the way back to 2019 and listen to that one. Go listen to the one from 2022.